And then, beautiful. I got my chat up. Mr. Rogers, how are you? Okay, got the screen and the chat up. Jacob, thank you for printing with us. I appreciate that, man. I just saw your message in the chat. Awesome. Can everybody see my screen? Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen, ladies and gents. Perfect. I'm drinking coffee and water at the same time. Okay, let's get rocking and rolling. Software is very easy to understand once you start getting through the hard stuff. So I was talking about a GA before, ladies and gentlemen. A GA, a general attack, a token, a credit, whatever you want to call it, is the exact same thing. What it is the currency to pay the software to generate the letter for you. All right? It's the currency for the software to generate the token for you. So what does it do? Software will generate an unlimited amount of letters and an unlimited amount of pages for an unlimited amount of negative items for 1 month. So 1 token will take care of a client's whole file. So if you spend 1 token, it'll do whatever it needs to make sure that client's file gets done in its entirety for that first month. So basically what I say, it'll do anything that it needs to get done in round 1, then round 2, round 3, round 4, etc. until the job is done. Does that make sense to everybody? Put a 5 in the chat if that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, put a 7 in the chat. Let me see if I see some 7s. And then I'm going to ask whoever puts a 7 in the chat where you lost. Keon, talk to me. Put a 7. Sure, absolutely. General attack is the currency that you pay the software to generate the letters. Now, what happens is the software would generate for 1 client an unlimited amount of letters and an unlimited amount of pages for an unlimited amount of negative items. So let's break it down by numbers. If you have 100 negative items, the software can generate 300 letters and 3,000 pages. If you have 10 negative items, the software can generate 30 letters and 300 pages. Make sense? And that's for that first month or for every round. Make sense? Perfect. Anybody else lost? No? Let's roll. Everybody join the free community. I always tell everybody that's in here, there's a free community that comes with the software. Just come over here, click join free community. Come over here and you'll see everything. This is almost at 20,000 members, ladies and gentlemen. There's 20,000 people utilizing the software just like you. It was created 3 years ago. Wow, I started 3 years ago. That's freaking hysterical, right? And then also, Ray's going to drop the link in for our, there it is, for our school community. Join the school community as well. There's 2 pieces that we go to. Now, realistically, ladies and gentlemen, the school community has all the new trainings, has all the new stuff. So I would go into the school community to get any of the new trainings. That's the best place for it to be. Mr. Rogers, I am loving your setup. Holy shit, that's beautiful. With everything that's working, that's the way that you want to rock and roll. With everything that's going on, that's where I would go and look at. The school community is the best place that I would work on personally. I like the school community, the better place. It's just easier to communicate with the people. You can chat with one another and, DM people. I'm also on the school community. Ray handles my chat and his chat on the school community. And if something that's big, I always get it on my phone, so I can answer you a lot quicker than Facebook, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm never on Facebook. Software issues. If you're having a technical issue, something's not working, like a piece of the software, you click over here, submit a support ticket, click add ticket, and then say what it is. If you don't see whatever it is, count info in, just make something, just put it, let them know. They're going to know what to do. Just let them know. Okay? And it'll go from there. Walkthrough trainings, Monday and Wednesday, Tuesday and Thursday, and Saturday. Monday and Wednesday are at 8 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday are at 6 p.m., Saturdays are at 11 a.m. in the morning. All of them are on EST. Apologize, guys. I teach Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Mr. DeBoer teaches Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So there's always a different teacher on, just taking guests from there. Utilize whatever you guys need to. If you guys want to join my class, Ray drops the link for the attendance. Ray, drop another attendance link in there. Make sure you fill out the attendance link. What that'll do is put us on a reminder list that you guys can come in and get reminded from our reminder list automatically to let you know when we're teaching class. And then that's it. So the get started videos over here on this side over here, I don't go over them anymore for real reasons. Some of them are a little dated. That's why I say go to the school community, and then go through our videos at the end. Those are the best ways to go about it. But if you do need to send out a first round or the communication portal, it's still got good stuff that you can go over. Let's go over here to the pricing section. I'm gonna try something different tonight. I normally get up and draw these major visualizations over here. I'm just gonna break this down for everybody tonight. Packages over here all downgrade into the iron package. If you're getting started in this software, realistically, bronze package is where you want to start, not the iron package. And here's why. I'm gonna break it down for you. The bronze package gives you 4 tokens or 4 GAs, while the iron package gives you 1. The bronze package gives you the ability to handle 1 to 2 people, while the iron package gives you the ability to handle a half a person. Why? Because I've been doing this such a long time that I know on your first round and on your first client, you guys are going to make 3 mistakes. Because you're going to make 3 mistakes, it's going to wind up costing you $177 because it's 97 plus 40 plus 40, which costs $177. So what I try to tell you guys is get the extra package, keep that for 2 months, cancel, downgrade to the iron package. You've got some GAs in the bank because the GAs roll over, the tokens roll over, the credits roll over, and you can go down there after. You don't have to stay on the bronze package the whole time. Just stay there until you get done. Now, for the people who are thinking about running this as a business, ladies and gentlemen, buy the package that fits you. You can upgrade to silver, you can upgrade to gold, platinum, or diamond, or you can downgrade from diamond all the way to iron. Doesn't matter where you go. You can go up and down, but just buy what fits your pocket. Now, if you've bought the diamond, the iron package, please tonight, ladies and gentlemen, please tonight, pay attention. Because I know you're going to make a mistake. Even if you sit in this class, it's by accident. It's never on purpose. I know you're going to make a mistake, so let's try to limit the amount of mistakes so you guys don't have to worry about it. Because if you do send me the printing, I do send it back to you, and I say this is not good to go out. All right? Does everybody understand that? Put a 5 in the chat if we're good. If not, if you guys need me to explain that again, I'll get my fat butt out of the chair and go right up on the board. Awesome. All right, let's do this. Okay. The software uses a very special credit report. It's from My Free Score Now. It's called the Epic Pro Report, right? And they made My Free Score Now made it. I said this last night. I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be truthful with everybody. Let's be real. I know that My Free Score Now switched recently, so I don't know if it's still only done if you have to sign up through their links. But I'm going to go with what I was taught. Make sure you sign up through their links to make sure you get that access to that Epic Pro Report V2. Because if you don't, there's an issue. So we just want to make sure that you guys are getting access to that Epic Pro Report V2 and able to pull it into the software. I know by pulling it through these guys, you'll have that, and that'll be A-okay. Make sense? I know somebody, Mr. Rogers is in Schmitty's community right now. I know that view anywhere. I've seen that view before many and many times. All right. I don't go over the report scoreboard. I'll tell you guys why when we're done. I'll show you when we get done. I'm going to teach you manage all users. Let's go over here. Make this nice, quick, and easy for you guys. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do this differently than everybody else. This is where I take my time because this is where y'all mess up. This is where y'all waste so much money is right on this part over here. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I've never argued with more people that can argue and tell me that you know where you live. Everybody's looking out. I see a bunch of heads going like this. What the hell are you talking about? I know where I live. Like I walked through the door. Yes, you do. You're 100% right. But it's not 100% right when you do this. And when I explain this, you guys will understand this. So first, I'm going to write everything out on the screen over here. After I'm done writing everything out, we're going to go over it. And I guarantee you guys are going to like this. So I'm going to write. Somebody asked me if something was case sensitive last night, so I'm going to make it case sensitive so they see it. Joe Jr. 01/01/1990. Social Security. Oh. Northwest 12th Street, apartment 14C, North East Tower. City is Manhattan. State is New York. Address is that. Okay, now let me get up and let me rock. I'm gonna cook. Let's go. All right, so this is how this works. Let me make sure my camera don't follow me. Come on. Perfect. All right. So, ready? Make sure that everybody understands this. I'm going to color coordinate this for everybody to make sure that everybody gets this done right. So first off, I'm going to use blue. These boxes over here, just these 3 boxes, work with the best document, which is the passport. Ali, I don't have a passport. That's okay. You can use a driver's license or an ID. But this is the only documents right here. I was just trying to create a star and I screwed up on it. That are done in blue. Nothing else. Once you're done filling that out, you put that document away. Move on to your next document. W-2 or W-2. Oh, no, this is, hold on, bear with me. I did that wrong. Well, you can use a W-2. But we don't want that as the best document, okay? Best document is going to be your Social Security card. W-2 is going to be your next one, first page, PG of taxes. Then the next one, this one's the hardest one for people to understand. This is your proof of address or your POA, not power of attorney. I know it stands for power of attorney, but ladies and gentlemen, I like abbreviations, and POA is awesome. They want a bank statement. Why? Hardest document to make fraudulent. Now, I gave you every best document that is needed. What do I mean by every best document? These documents, right? Each and every single one of them, they want the best. The Bureau wants the best, not me. The Bureau. So why the passport? The passport doesn't have an address. That's why the passport. Driver's license and ID do have an address. So if they have an address, what can they tie that back to? Your previous address that you're just trying to dispute. So if you're trying to dispute an address that's already on the ID, they can tie that back. Social Security card. Why? Because that's the best document to use for your Social Security. Now, if you don't have that, W-2 or first page of taxes is fine. And your bank statement. Because like I said, now, Ali, I don't have a bank statement. First off, you personally don't have a bank statement. We got other things that we need to talk about, like making sure that you get a bank statement ASAP. But if your client, red flag. You remember when I said that people don't like to pay? Client doesn't have a legitimate bank statement, Chase, Bank of America, Navy Fed, credit union, something. Guys, I'm letting you know right now there's an issue with that one immediately. Don't take that person on as a client. Try to stay away from them. If you want to help them, you're going to help them out of the goodness of your heart, but don't expect to get paid. Do not expect to get paid. I promise you that. Because I've seen it. Cash App is not an acceptable one. Chime is. Chime is an actual fintech bank. You can utilize Chime. Now, I'm going to ask a question for everybody in here, and let's see if everybody in here is paying attention. Ready? My driver's license says New York City, right? My bank statement says Manhattan. What am I putting in the city box? Put it in chat. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job paying attention. That's awesome, guys. There's always one person that I'm confused with that one. I want to make sure that everybody was paying attention. Perfect. Ray, can we drop a screenshot for everybody in the chat right now so they can save this so they don't have to worry about it? Drop a screenshot for you guys right now. You guys made this real easy. We got through this section real quick. There you go. Save that, guys. Put ready in the chat when you save that to your computer, your phone, wherever it is, because you're going to need that in the future. Yes. Joe is an example of a client with a middle name. If they don't have a middle name, then you don't put a middle name. But if they have a middle name, you absolutely put their middle name, because I guarantee you, when they filled out their credit file or they applied for a credit card, they didn't put their middle name. That's a way around that. That's a way around that. I got you, Zia. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Let's move on to the bottom. Ready? These three spots are going to be the correspondent document. My photo identification, I'm going to use my passport card. My social security, I'm going to go down here, grab my social security. And my proof of address, I'm going to grab my utility bill. Not my utility bill, my bank statement. I'll upload it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll teach you a hack. Like Mr. Rogers, I don't think everybody's going to have a beautiful setup like him. Not even I have a beautiful setup like him. But let's be real. If you have a laptop and you're working on your laptop, you should rename all your documents, right? And what you should name them is first name, last name, and then the title of the file. So if it's a passport card, put PPC. If it's a social security card, put SSC. If it's proof of address, put POA. If it's ID, put ID. Whatever it is, you should label it. Why? Because later in the future, when we go over the spot where we do the dispute letter, you're going to see it, and you should be able to get it done from there. All right? All right, let's rock. We click save, and that's going to come over here, and it's going to generate a profile. When it generates that profile, it looks something like this. Here we go. Take a look at that. First name, middle name, last name, date of birth, social security, phone number, address, state, zip, email address. Don't worry about the username and password if you're generating this for yourself. You are the main user, so don't worry about that. I know that came up in last night's class. If you're generating this for a client, don't worry about that either unless they ask you for the user. They don't need access to the back-end portal. You'll just give them updates as you're going through physically, right? Now, when you're ready to fix a client, you're going to go over here. There's going to be a little plus sign. Now, fix a client. Pull a client's file. There'll be a little plus sign, and we'll go from there. But I want everybody to see this before I show you how to pull in a credit report. Does everybody see how those IDs look? The social security card, the driver's license, the driver's license, the bank statement. Is it legible, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Are there coffee stains on them? No. Are there hands in them? No. Are there comforters, countertops, dashboards? What else can I think of? I've seen nails. What else have I seen? I've seen somebody took it in his bathroom. There was a bunch of different stuff. What we all see is it's legible. There's nothing interfering with the interfering with the document, and it's something that you guys can look at that will not get in trouble with the Bureau. You know why it will not get in trouble with the Bureau? Because everything is perfect. The best way to do this, ladies and gentlemen, I always say there's a document. For example, this is a bill, right? Comes on a white piece of paper. The paper in the back is white. Take your document, put it on top. Take your phone, put it over, and just take a picture. That's it. Now, the bill or the bank statement, you can download it and just use a converter. All you need is the first page. You don't need anything else. Social Security card, same thing. Make sure it's signed, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many people I've seen that don't sign their Social Security card. Sign your Social Security card. Now, if you have a passport card, that's what it should look like. I will do a passport one. Somebody asked me for a passport one. I will update a passport, update and pull a passport one in over here. Does everybody understand how your documents should look when you're running a document? Take a screenshot of this to make sure that your documents are perfect and how they should look. So when you're doing it, you know what it looks like. What if a Social Security card is old? It's okay. Just make sure it don't look like ass. And if it looks like ass, then go to the Social Security Administration and order a new card. It's free. It takes 3 weeks. Run the system with your old card, and if they send you back something, run it with the new card right after. It's fine. As long as the number is legible, that's all they really want to know. They want to see your name and legibility. Cool? Cool. All right. After this next piece, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to give everybody 5 minutes to just get up, stretch out, and then we're going to go into the hardest part. So I don't want to let everybody be focused. All right? I am going to step away for 5 seconds. All right, so this next part is actually how to pull the credit report into the software. So I did it last night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I'm going to delete this guy's account, and I'm going to do it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to My Free Score now, right? And we're going to go over here. She hasn't yet. All right, let's go over here. Let's see if I can go back to the main page. Perfect. So this is where you actually log in to My Free Score Now. So if you go over there, you're going to click My Free Score Now main website. You're going to click Member Login. When you click Member Login, hold on, I got to get my other software up, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get somebody's file for My Free Score Now. Here we go. I got one. Okay, so ready? I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I'm going to log into My Free Score Now. Name and email address. Or email address and password. I said name and email address. Once you log in, you're going to go here. You see this little golden person at the top right-hand corner, guys? You see this little golden person? You want to click that, right? Once you click that, you're going to click profile. Once you click that, come over here. You see this regenerate client token? You're going to click regenerate client token. You're going to click generate again. It's going to generate a new token. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here to that plus sign, right? We're going to click that plus sign. We're just going to add his email address. And then we're going to go back to the software and we're going to get the client token. Copy. Go over here. Paste. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot go back. Who doesn't have this? Who's lost right now? Yeah, I know. It's like I don't want to regenerate another token if I don't have to. Who got it? Because literally, as soon as I click save, it pulls it in. I'm lost. Keon, where you lost? Where? I'm going to pause for a quick second. Keon, where you lost, brother? Closed mouths don't get fed. That's my favorite line. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Successfully. Gonna copy. Uh-huh. Software. Okay. Did you go into the name of the person that's there? So you got to go to the client. You got to go to client section, right? You see this client section? Now you got to select your name, right? Whoever you're doing. So this what in this case I'm doing Virginia Price. You see where it says credit monitoring sites? You see that little plus sign over there in the corner? Click the plus sign, add the username, which is the email address, and then the password /token is where you're gonna paste the token. And now paste the token, tell me if it pulls in. It takes about 3 seconds. Yeah, that's it. Epic, yep, leave it there. Should be green at the top. That's it. You pulled in the credit report. You're done. If you go scroll down at the bottom, you'll see the credit report is there, and then you can go from there. So just to get everybody caught up to where he is, once you click save, it'll say request processing. It's going to go green. Boom, it's green. Imports. And now what you do is you scroll down to the bottom. You see this Epic Pro report. And then you click over here and do it, boom, like that. That's it. Zion Edmonds. What? My software still uses free credit. Yeah, you just click process and you can see the credit report. That's it. Mr. Edmonds, what? Come off mute, man. Some people I have, I'd like them to explain to me where they're at. Where's Edmund? I think I lost him. Yep, we lost him. Okay. Let's keep pushing forward. At this point in time, Ray, if your system's about to die, right before we get right next session, just push, send everybody, because you know what, they've been here. That's not their fault that they don't have to wait until the end because you decide to leave. Send them all the YouTube link so they can have the YouTube link. So now once this is complete, ladies and gents, you're good to rock and roll. Now we can go into actually creating the rounds of attack. I was going to take 5 minutes, but let's get ready to rock and roll. I'm going to explain something to everybody over here because I know what's going to come up when it gets to the end. Ali, how much does it cost to print with you? I know it's going to come up. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't answer that question for you because here's why. I've been running this client's file since October. It is the same exact file. I never changed the credit report. Ladies and gentlemen, can you see all the different files that it generated just by using different methods? So I can never give that answer to you because I don't know what the software is going to generate. What I would say is always send a file in. We'll take a look at it. And if we can do something with it, great. If we cannot do something with it or it's too expensive, just let us know. We'll work with you. And if we can't work with you, that's okay. It's all right. No harm, no foul. I'm not going to sit here and put a gun up your head and say, you got to print with me. But let's be real. There's going to be a different price between 155. Jesus Christ. There's going to definitely be a different price between 150 files that need to go out versus 3 files. And that's exactly what I was saying to you. Marco, when you asked that question, this is exactly what's that. This is the same file. And look what we did, 150, 30, and then 3. Then the next one was 24. Then we got up to 66 and then 3 again. So that fluctuation in price all the time is what causes an issue. So I'm just letting you know that that's what's going on. Just to give you that idea, guys. So before you guys ask me, like, how much does it cost to print? It's not something I can give to you. It's not that I can't give it to you because I don't know what you're going to send me. If I know what you send me, it's all game on. Make sense? All right. No, boss man. Yes, Mrs. Eon. You back. I was like, no, you're not allowed. You left me mid-answer. That's fine. What's up, brother? Yeah, that one doesn't work. That one does not work in this one. My free credit score now doesn't work in this one. You got to use my free score now, Identity IQ, or my score IQ. The only 3 brands that they work with. Mm-hmm. My free score now, or you using my free credit score now is a different software than my free score now. My free, so yeah, I just showed you that. You just got to do the old one. If you have the old one, you got to. I don't have an old report, but the video right here is the old report. How to pull the old report. I recorded the old report over here. So double check that. This is because there's a different way because you have to log into right it. Here, see, this is this one, right?
Go back to that. I'm gonna go into my free score now.
That's my free score now.
When you get
just
to
log
this
into this
right
report,
here,
right? And it's going to show you.
Here.
It's going to go step by step.
I'm gonna go
and
into
the
my
steps
free
are over
score
here.
now.
This is where you're going to upload the MFSN report. Okay. And just follow that step. Just watch that video. Follow that step. It's perfect. But I would suggest it's free to upgrade. Upgrade to the new version because of the token. The token pulls in super fast, dude. It's literally almost instant. All right? No problem. Now, if you haven't generated anything for some of the people that are here that are new, you're not going to have anything here. If you have generated something, just click on the person's name and you'll see all the letters that have been generated. Now, let's go to the attack area and let's start to attack the client's file. All right. Who's got a stopwatch? Not you. Well, I don't know if your system's going to go dead by the time I'm done. Who got a stopwatch? Put a me in the chat if you got a stopwatch. All right, ready? This is the easy way, guys. This is just the easy way, right? I'm going to say go. When I say go, click your stopwatch. When I say stop, click your stopwatch. Ready? I'm not going to have anything pre-selected, right? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, go, right? So everybody's ready. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm going to select the client's file. I'm going to click maximum effectiveness focus. If you want me to print for you, click my name, put in the discount code TPNPA, click generate letter, stop, you're done. Put it in the chat. How many seconds? I can't see, Mr. Rogers, you too far away. 15 seconds. 15.6. 15 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody tell me you don't got 15 seconds to fix your credit. What up, Coach Reem? What's up, big dog? How you been? That's it, brother. That's it. I'm going. There you go. That's 15 seconds. 15 seconds to do it. That's it. Nice and easy. Right? Now, how much is this software? $147, Miss Singleton. That's what we showed you in the pricing session, Miss Singleton, for 4 GAs. Okay? That's that part. Now, who wants to go crazy? Who wants to become a power user? Put power user in the chat if you want to see me go absolutely crazy in the software. Show you how easy it is. It is. Wow, we got a lot of people want to become a power user. All we're gonna do is switch from the AI, letting the software do the work, to us doing the work. Let's do it ourselves. We're gonna still leave us to print, and we're gonna click generate. Now it's not gonna generate. It's not gonna use a token because now it's gonna give us the ability to pick the stuff. Ray, before you leave, drop the magic in the chat. Ready? I want everybody to put the most aggressive attack. MPEP, the second most aggressive attack. MPEC. Save the image that Ray just dropped in the chat for you guys. These are the AIs under work to execute. MPEP, MPEC, the two most aggressive attacks. You guys want to know that. Save these images, save these places, because this is going to get you guys to go through this a lot easier. We're giving you cheat sheets all day long. MPEP, MPEC. Save that everywhere that you possibly can. Okay? So today, which one do you recommend? Do it yourself or let the software do it? I'm literally showing you which one I recommend. I'm literally doing it myself. I don't like this software doing it for me because I want to see what's there. I want to make sure that we're doing it right. So I'm going to go with MPEC. It's not that I thought it was, no, the printing is expensive, not the software itself. The software is cheap. The printing is expensive. Because what happens if you generate 150 files? You got to print out 150 files. That's what I was showing you guys before. That's why I said, don't ask me how much printing is, because I can't tell you until you generate the letter. All right. I got to do something. I got to change this to this one. Okay, perfect. I select MPEC, and I'm going to select round 1. Ladies and gentlemen, for the financially challenged people, we say this like this. I want everybody to see this. Financially challenged. Check everything in blue. Count, put 6. Default. You don't even have to read the report. It's going to send everything out in 3 letters or 6 letters. Financially challenged. 6. Default. Ray, can we drop a screenshot for them on this one? Hold on. Let me try to get default in there. Right there. That's for the financially challenged people. 6. Default. That'll send out 6 letters with everything inside of it. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If they stall one of those letters, if they stall it, they stall everything that you just disputed. Now, I like to fail big. Here's the difference of what I do versus everybody else. I click green. Why green? It's going to issue an attack for everything separately, while blue attacks everything in the same file. I'm going to put this as unlimited. I'm going to leave it default. We're not attacking the file. We're going to have the AI read the credit report, categorize it for us so we can see what's wrong with it. Ray, let's drop the next cheat sheet for everybody in the chat right now. Oh, damn, there's a lot over here. Oh, shit. I forgot how much is wrong with this. Ready? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this. I'm going to go over here to the orange circle. Does everybody see this little orange circle here at the bottom? Put a yes in the chat if you see this little orange circle. Awesome, right? Now, let me ask everybody a question over here. If you see the little orange circle, what would you assume is a positive account on this on these circles over here? What color would you assume is a positive account? Beautiful. Green. I love it. So let's hide positive accounts. Watch this one. You see this? Hide positive items. We're going to click hide positive items. I'm going to go back. Look what that is. That just made your life easy. Everything in the circle is a negative account. Everything is a negative account. So what Ray did was Ray dropped a cheat sheet for us. The abbreviation sheet, also a checklist on what we do and how to get it done correctly. So what I do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to open up that cheat sheet at the same time. I'm going to split my screen for you guys. I'm going to put this in edit mode. Well, let's select this. I'm going to put this in edit mode, and we're going to go through this. Ready? Everything here is going to be everything here. So watch this. I'm going to go to the circles, and I'm going to click 1. This one over here, 1, comes up. I want to go to box 2. It's going to be the type of reported issue. And that's going to be personal identifier information. Does everybody see that? Put a yes in the chat if you understand. If I lost you, put I'm lost in the chat. Because guess what? I'm going to show you how easy we're going to make this. Got a bunch of yeses. Ready? Watch this. I'll literally go to the cheat sheet. I'll find personal identifier. There's it is, personal information. And I just click attack. I'm done. Now I'll go to the next one. I'll go to 2. What's 2? Somebody want to put in the chat what 2 is? Okay, bad IQ. INQ, thank you. Inquiry. Anybody else want to put that in? Come on. How many people don't know how they found that? There we go. I know people are looking over here. Because it don't say bad inquiry where the type of reported issue is. So they're scanning the page. So I know people don't understand where they got it from. You guys got to get it from right here. Type of reported issue stands for the negative item. There you go. Type of right here, which would be inquiry information. So we want to add. That's why when I see bad inquiries, I know people are looking up here. Type of inquiry. Now we're just going to check INQ off, and we're going to move to the next one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I said the software categorizes everything by color. So if it's this brown color, it's going to be an inquiry. Let's test that. Ready? What's 3? Inquiry, same, correct? Everybody see that? Thank you, Marcia. I see you nodding your head over there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Look at that. 4, the same thing. 5, the same thing. So guess what? We already got it checked off. We don't even care. We're going to move on to the next one. Well, what's 41? Technically, what's 41, ladies and gentlemen? That's a good inquiry. That's why I know you guys were looking at the wrong spot. That's actually a best inquiry, right? What is a best inquiry? A best inquiry means it's attached to account. We don't want to touch them. We just leave them alone. So let's move on to the next one. What's 87? Use the cheat sheet on the right-hand side to find out what 87 is. And then use the abbreviation in the chat. It's not just a late payment. Attaboy. Mr. Brown. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we guys are doing this, Miss Cortez, good job. Why are we doing this? Because we want to know what type of late payment is there. Okay? AODL 1-2. It's not a medical or a student loan, so it's all. So you want to make sure that you get that all. Reem, I see you trying over there, bro. You just keep auto-correcting. So you do that right there. Right? There you go. The last one works too. There you go. Now let's go to the next one. What's the next one? 88. What's 88? Finish it off, Jeanette, because there's 2 student loans. There's 1 student loan over here, And there's one student loan up here. So we always got to finish it. It's not 1-2. Miss Cortez, I think you're missing one letter, but yes, you're the closest so far. Good job, Mr. Brown. 3+. We want to always make sure that I write it out. SLDL 3+. Perfect. Just check that off. Now, let's go to 89. Type of reported issue. This is why I created this cheat sheet, ladies and gentlemen. This is for this one exactly. What is this one? Just give me the abbreviation, ladies and gents. Cortez, good job. Rogers, good job. Jeanette, good job. Good job, good job, good job. I think Yolanda had it, but it put SLCC. So I think we were close enough. Oh, no, you want student loan. That's not student loan. That's all other. That's why, because it doesn't say student loan. It doesn't say medical charge-off. It says all other charge-off and collections. Close enough, but that's why we're here. Yep, that's why we're here. And that's why we created the cheat sheet, so you can match everything up. Check this out. So look at that. That was 89, right? 89 is red. We got a bunch of red over here. Let's go to 94. AO, we got that one already. 95. We got that one already. 96. Student loan, we got that one already. So that, look, we already got all these check marks. We done. All I'm going to do is I'm going to make the screen bigger. When I make the screen bigger, you remember how I said when you save your name, put the first name, last name, and ID? Look, first name, last name, ID. First name, last name, social security card. First name, last name, proof of address. I know everything is uploaded correctly for said client. So what do? I click top over here. It's going to bring me to the top. We have all the negative items in the software. We have everything that we need. I'm going to click client information. When I click client information, I'm going to double check this. I'm going to go over that when we get to the next part. I got you, Miss Cortez. Good job. Good question. Very, very good question. I'm going to double check the client's information over here, make sure everything is correct. Yes, because this is the last check before the software generates the letter. So if something's wrong over here, we got to go back into the manage all users, fix it, and then come back over here. So that's why we want to make sure we always double check it, because if you get it wrong, it's the user's error, not the software, because the software is only as good as the user putting in the data. So double check it one last time before my team sees it. Okay, come over here. It's good. I'm going to click include all 3 bureaus, and I'm going to reset the AI. How do I reset the AI? I come over here. I click that check mark off. I click it back on. I go over here. I select the same attack because we're in the same 30 days. And what do? Now I select everything in red. I know what I'm attacking. I go back to the cheat sheet and I look, personal information and inquiries. Well, let's do the first two. Personal information and inquiries. Here's personal information. Here's inquiries. Now I'll go back and do it again. I got AOCC and SLDL, 3+. Oops. AOCC, SLDL. Now I'm going to do one more, and I got the last one. So I'll come down to the last one. I go here. Now, what do is I always double check it, make sure everything's good. Make sure everything is good. Ray's power just died. Perfect. When is the best time to update a recent address change? All the time. As soon as that recent address gets changed, you want to update it immediately. Okay? Attack 1, missing in the middle, 2. Then boom, boom. We got 2 free, then 2, and then 4, and then 1. Perfect. This matches perfectly. We're ready for the attack. Now do me a favor, guys. Count the green check marks. How many green check marks are there? Good, Miss Pie. Miss Pie, because you wanna throw that 5 out like this. How many credit bureaus are there? Oh, you don't want to give me the fingers now? There we go. All right, ready? Ready? What's 5 times 3, ladies and gentlemen? 15. There we go. 5 times 3 is 15. Go to the first box, put 15. Default default, default. Hit next. And generate your letter. You're finished. Oh, I needed to show Miss Cortez how to remove the thing. My bad. Hold on. Let me see if it got. All right, Miss Cortez, ready? Go back to these two, 41, right? Come down over here. You see where it says remove this content box? Just click remove this content box. Go back to the next best inquiry, remove this content box. Now, scroll back up. Technically, you're ready to generate. I'm going to turn off Pam so my team doesn't have anything that they need to print out. Okay? I'll click generate the letter. Now we generated the proper letter. Ladies and gentlemen, was that hard? No, it wasn't. Cheat sheet helps a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. Before we made that cheat sheet, I used to have to be here for hours explaining the circles and how to work the circles. Now the cheat sheet's like, put it up to the side, just match it. As soon as it's done generating, it's going to take a few minutes. It is very helpful. It is extremely helpful. I had one class where I was with a gentleman for 45 minutes. It was me and him with everybody in the class just listening to me talk to him until he got it. I know the battery's gone, Mr. Raymond. So now the letter is downloaded. We can see the letter. All the stuff that's done over here. It shows you the inquiries, everything. And look, this letter generated is 30 pages. It's 30 letters. So you might want to tell you, Miss Yolanda, Miss Singleton, imagine having to print out 30 letters with pages and all that stuff. That's how it works. So that's where I tell you guys this does get expensive. So Marco, last night I generated was 15 pages, right? Can we see the letters? Absolutely. I was going to do that right next, but I was just explaining. Here we go. Here's the first letter. And here's your charge-off letter. And here's what it looks like. And this letter alone is 21 pages. With your address, your verification, all your stuff. Yep. So imagine you got 30 pages at 21. That's 600 pages, guys. 30 files at 21 pages. That's 600 pages right there alone. Sheesh. Yep. Yep. But when I keep referring you guys back to your communities, it's for a reason. It's not that I don't want you guys to do the printing. I'm not here to steal money from people. I'm here to give you guys the best opportunity to do what needs to be done, because if you feel like you're being taken a ride for, you're not going to want to stay in the software. So is this the most aggressive way of doing it? No. I'm going to give you guys advanced tactics without explaining advanced tactics. If I just do something a little bit differently, one little tweak with this client on this report, it changes everything. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to generate the same letter. I'm going to generate the same account. But instead, I'm not going to generate personal identifiers. I'm not going to generate inquiries. I'm just going to generate charge-offs, student loans, and delinquencies. Now, I moved that file down from 5 to 3. I count that and I put 9 over here, but I'm not going to put 9. I'm going to put unlimited. I'm going to put 5, default, and I'm going to hit next. I'm not answering questions on this. I'm just showing you guys. This is more advanced tactics. I'm going to click include all 3 bureaus. I'm going to remove I have no inquiries, so it's going to remove the inquiries by itself. Right? So now it's just negative items, and I'm going to generate this letter. When I generate this letter is completely different because this letter is only focused on the heavy items. That's why I keep telling you to go back to your communities and learn how to do personal information and inquiries through your communities. Your communities have the ability to tell you what's going on. Now, if you're, ladies and gentlemen, print with me, you get access into my community. When you get access into my community, I have tokens and things inside to teach you how to do what I just did. Why? Because here's the difference in the letter. This is 9 letters. But this will be 9 letters every single month until the deletions happen. Somebody put a me in the chat if you'd rather pay for 9 letters than 30 letters. That's the difference. That's the difference. So the reason I tell you guys, the reason we go through stuff, the reason that it is that's the whole point. Is teaching you guys the actual software, but understanding credit repair as a whole. So you guys got advanced tactics without me going in depth about it. But there's nothing different about the letter. Here's the letter. It's the same letter. It's the same thing, except that it takes all the fluff out and still printed 21 pages. And there's your letter with intent to sue. There's a lot that's going on, but if you understand how to utilize the software and you move, you can go faster. You can go faster. That's why I can't legally answer any of the questions. Because if you actually know what to do, you may start to get deletions in your first month. But can I guarantee that? No, I can't guarantee that. I can't say that that's possible. But what I can tell you is, if you understand what you're doing, you go from there, you'll definitely be good. Now, I'm done with the software itself. I showed you guys the letters. I showed you guys how to generate. I showed you 2 different generation tactics. I showed you guys what's going on. Now I'll open up the floor for questions, and we go from there. Everybody understand, you want access to me, you want access to my team. I'm going to actually drop the phone number in for the printing company. It's 914-257-7468. Always shoot them a text, ask if somebody's available if you're stuck. If you're printing with us, it's always good to get that. I know I had one person in here before. I think I had 2 people. It goes inside the software, Miss Nielsen. It goes inside into the manage all users. But I'm gonna be straight with you, Miss Nielsen. You don't wanna do that. Because when they start uploading, they get access to that portal, right? And they can change that information at any time. So for example, if you go in there and I'm just gonna use this. You remember how we were talking about how we put the addresses in? And say the client goes in and they're like, no, I don't live in Manhattan. I live in New York City. That's what my driver's license changed. And they go in and change it on you. Guess what? You're still held liable for the burned GA because they went in and changed it. So that's why I teach you guys to always double check everything. And that's why I don't give them access to the portal. There's no need for them to have access to the portal. You send me your stuff, I'll handle it. I don't need you to handle it. Because people inherently don't sit down in this class. They don't learn. They don't understand. And they will make a mistake for you. I think she left. I don't know. There she is. There she is. Does that make sense to everybody over here? I want to make sure that you guys get that. Because that's why I teach you certain things and I don't teach you certain things. Because I know what's going to happen. I know people are never going to focus on using the communication portal. If you're doing this for yourself, let's be real. Are you going to text yourself an email and say, hey, look, I just sent out your first round? No. No. And the people that are using this for a business, they already have systems set up on GHL and all these other things. So they're not really focused on that. So when I sit down and I talk to you guys, I focus on the things that you guys are using. You guys are using for yourselves. My main focus is making sure that you get the best set up for you. And getting the best setup for you is key. Questions. The floor is open, guys. You guys just raise your hand or come off mute. Talk to me. Last night I couldn't give my time. Tonight I can give my time. So I can absolutely answer any questions. Durand, you brother, you want to ask a question? When? To the other gentleman? So you got to go to myfreescorenow.com. Run it right now. Go to myfreescorenow right now. From the browser. We'll run it together. Go to MyFreeScore now and then click Member Login. And now it brings you to the same login page that I was in now. Whatever the case may be, brother, as long as it goes to where it needs to go. That's it. I got you. Brother. I got you. As long as you're able to get what you need, it's okay. Questions. How many people are afraid to work on their own credit? Be real. Put me in the chat if you're afraid to work on your own credit. Come to this class 2 more times, 3 more times. You shouldn't have any fear because you're not doing anything wrong. Now, you remember when I told you those guys were doing, not invalid, but they're doing wrong stuff? When they do wrong stuff, that's the people you should be afraid of. This software is the first and really only compliant software that is not going to get you in trouble because it takes their compliance and shoves it down their damn throat. I paid to have this done before. Will I have more success doing it myself? I mean, if you stay consistent, yeah. But if you don't and you give up, no. If you show up, you're in class, you're doing what needs to be done, you stay on top of it, you put your rounds out. Yes, everybody will have success if they put in the time. But what happens? Let's be real. This is a job, ladies and gentlemen. What we don't think about it is this is a job. Our credit is a job. Why is it a job? Because if we don't actually do what's right to get our credit to where we need to get it to, we're never going to succeed. We're never going to get the house we want. We're never going to get the money that we want. We're never going to get the cars that we want. We're never going to get the stuff that we want because we're not doing our job. This is managing somebody else's money. This is managing somebody else's money and telling them that you are qualified to manage their money. But if you don't do right by them, you're not going to be qualified to manage their money. Guys, I'm going to drop those links for you. Bear with me 1 second while I get them because Ray left me. I need the links for YouTube so you guys can have them. So you guys can go watch what we do. And you can see that we're live on YouTube right now. Bear with me 1 second. But yes, will you have success? Yes, but your success is based upon you. It's not based upon me. My letters go out every day. I make sure that they go out every day. But if you don't send them out on the right time, you skip 30 days, you do this, you do that, are you going to have success? No. No. Are you going to have success in things that are going on if you don't put what you need to do? No. But will you have success if you put your time right, you understand advanced tactics, you do what it is? You know, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to be disrespectful to anybody, but I am going to say this. People come in, they don't print with us, right? And what happens when they don't print with us? When they don't print with us, they send off letters that are incorrect. Then they get letters that come back that say that, you know, it's missing documents, this, that, and the other thing. Mistakes. Reem put it in the chat. Mistakes. You know what happens when you have mistakes? They don't process your letters. You know what happens when they don't process your letters? You lose 30 days. Then the system don't work. What happens when the system don't work? You move on. So I'm telling everybody here right now, oh, look at the beautiful little baby. At the end of the day, Mr. Brown, I try my best to be a servant for you. Not for credit repair, but a servant for you guys. I work for you. I don't work for anybody else. You see that guy that just walked in? Reem, I'm calling you out, bro. I'm just letting you know. You see that guy right there? He owns his own version of the credit repair software. I own my own version. Why? Why? Because we believe in what we do. Truly, we believe in what we do. I told you guys, I don't get paid to do these classes. So my job is to make sure that you print with me. Why? So I'll make sure you guys not only get the best service, but you guys are done right. Because what happens when you send that letter off wrong? You're going to tell 5 people that the Metro 2 software don't work. But guess what? It had nothing to do with the Metro 2 software. It had everything to do with you, that you didn't take the time to lock in. And you didn't take the time to understand how the software works. You know how many people I see that I go review a letter? Oh my God, this story is amazing. I had a client who used to send me 50 to 60 clients a month, right? Before he got out of credit repair and went into funding. He was printing with somebody else in the software. I don't mention names, okay? He was printing with somebody else in the software. He was doing a client. He comes to me, he calls me. He goes, bro, what is it with your team not sending shit through? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, I printed you this letter before and everything, and they sent it off. I said, if there's an error on it, we don't send it off. So it wasn't me. And then he went back into his files. He found out he paid the other company, and they sent it off with errors. He goes, now I understand why this shit never went through on the first round. Because if you're sending the wrong stuff out, you're not doing anything. When the software generates the letter and builds the letter, it uses that personal information. That's why I'm very adamant on how I set it up. That's why I tell you guys, you don't know where you live. You don't know your social security number. You don't know the stuff. So if you don't know it and you actually pick it up and write it, now you know it. Now you cannot make an error. And if you cannot make that error, what happens? What happens? You'll get it right the first time. Now I'm gonna give everybody a gem. Put a gem in the chat. Put a diamond in the chat. Gem. I'm gonna give everybody a gem tonight. If you print with me, ladies and gentlemen, if you print with me and you go mail with tracking, you're gonna have a tracking number, right? When you get that tracking number, you track that all the way to the bureau. When that envelope gets to the bureau, you pick up the phone and you call them and you say, hey, look, I sent that letter out. Don't send me a third-party stall letter. I'm the one that sent it. Do you know how many times they have to process the letter because you called in ahead of time to say that you sent the letter out? It goes through the e-Oscar system. So now you get rid of the bullshit third-party letter. So everybody that's afraid, you got nothing to be afraid of. Got nothing to be afraid of. I promise you, fixing your credit is the greatest thing ever. Let me tell you a little story about myself. 8 years ago, what if it's a client? We call on their behalf. Absolutely. If it's a dude, you got to put your best deep voice on. If it's a girl, you put your best high voice on. You got to do whatever you got to do. Tell I've done that before, right? Hello, Mr. Experienced man. My name is Yolanda Singleton. I'm going to come over here. Miss Singleton, I just used you because you were literally the first name that popped up. My name is Yolanda Singleton. I just want to let you know that I sent my rounds out. And because I sent my rounds out, it's me. Please process my rounds and do not send me that bullshit stall letter. I know a lot of people trying to hold back their laughter right now, but guess what? It worked every single freaking time. Every single freaking time. Yeah, y'all saying funny. I did it. Now imagine you got 100 clients. We're doing that 10 times a day. Running that 10 times a day. Running that same play, sitting on hold 10 times a day. Saying, process my letters, they're there. And if you would like, and I literally would say this. I have my tracking numbers and I know that it's there. You may not have it processed through the machine, but I have my tracking numbers and it's there. And always do this. Where my iPhone users at, record the phone call. Record the phone call. Save that shit in notes. Put it on your computer. You're only being recorded because I want to make sure that you told me that you put it in the notes that you're processing the letter. That's all I want to hear. Thank you. Yeah, you're going to become naturals. You're going to become naturals because you just got to do it. Look, I wasn't great at it at the beginning, but you want to know something? I had 150 clients when I retired. And I only retired because of COVID and funding, technically. I retired because of COVID and funding. Because again, the sharks came out, or I should say the snakes, not the sharks, because I was a shark. The snakes came out and started doing the wrong things for people and started defrauding, which causes all these stall letters. You know, when I was doing credit repair, we never had all these stall letters. We'd get a stall once in a blue. They would say, okay, the investigation process has started. These are the files that were reviewed. They will send us out an email, a letter in the mail, and we get rocking and rolling. Guess what? We also used to have fax machines that we were able to send a dispute in like this. No waiting for the mail. But guess what? People were destroying it by sending 5 million fax through. Now, I'll teach you one more thing for the night. Here's another gem. The credit bureau cannot have anything on a file that's inaccurate, that's hindering you from getting credit. So, if you see your credit report disappear off of Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, what are you going to do? You're going to pick up the phone, you're going to call them, and you're going to be like, I'm going for a mortgage, I need this fixed now. And guess what? They're going to fix it immediately. Because they know if they hinder you from doing that, guess what? That's a federal offense. They're breaking the FCRA laws. So they know that. So just understand that you have more power in your hands than you guys understand. Now, how many people are doing this for a business? Want to try this out as a business? I got 3 people, 4 people. Ooh, look at this. Not yet. Yes, I do. Okay, beautiful. I want to show you guys something. This is what you guys get when you print with me. I'm going to show you guys a little tool that comes. It's not free. It's got to be paid for. But I'm going to show you guys a little tool that comes in. Okay? Ready? Check this out, guys. I showed it last night. When you guys get access to the community, this is what you're able to do. Hi, Princess. Hi, Princess. It is what it is. She's my daughter. She can do whatever she wants. Okay, ready? Watch this. When I add a client like we just did, and I go into the software, this is mine. This is not somebody else's software. I could take a negative client, and now I can have a conversation with them about why they need credit repair. Ladies and gentlemen, how many people in the chat know how to drive a car? Put a me in the chat if you know how to drive a car. Right? Red means stop. Green means go, correct? If I were to run down this screen over here, go with that ideology. If you see anything red, just say stop. All right, stop. Does this person have a 700 credit score? This person have under 30% utilization? Stop. I'm a highlighter for you if guy. Does this person have under 30% utilization? Stop. 2 reds. Doesn't matter if they have a green. It's always going to be stopped because there's still only 1 bureau. They have a minimum of 5 open primary cards with 2 years of good payment history. Go. Here we go. 3 primary credit cards with at least 3 years of age and a 5,000 plus Stop. There we go. I'm seeing it come. There you go. No more than 4 unsecured accounts with an open in the last 12 months. Go. Do they have under 4 inquiries? Stop. Perfect. Do they have collection, charge-off, and late payments? Perfect. Do they have a bankruptcy? So, ladies and gentlemen, do you think this person needs credit repair? I mean, it says it in big bold letters, go to credit repair. But let me ask you a question. If you're showing this to one of your clients, this is the me people. If you're showing this to one of your clients, do you think they're going to argue with you that they need credit repair? Nope. Nope. So you click go to credit repair. Now it'll take you to whatever software you set up in. So if you're using Dion software, you're using Schmitty software, you're using my software, this is my software. This is my version of M2. If you're using any of these softwares, you would set it up in there, and now you can go over there and get them to sign up and start fixing their credit. But I'm going to bring you guys to another level. Everybody asked me, I think it was Miss Marco. I think if Marco's still here, I think they left. Right? She left. Watch what you have to do. Round 1. Remember when everybody was asking me, well, where do I start? Here's where you start. Step 1, remove the inquiries. Step 2, work on the negatives. Step 3, work on the utilization. Step 4, add the trade lines. Step 5, take their ass to funding, because now you can fund them too. So, ladies and gentlemen, put me in the chat if you now we're just seeing what I just did. Do you think you could run a credit repair business with a little more confidence? So everybody that's saying me right now, I expect you to be printing with me to get access to this damn software. It's the only way you get access to the software is through printing, because I can't sell it any other way. I literally can't sell it any other way. And that's the key. Now, I want to show you guys something. Watch this. There are 2 different ones, Miss Cortez. That's my own version. I built this out from scratch. This took me 3 years to build this. Miss Cortez, check this out. If the client's got a pay down, right? This client's got 100% utilization on their card, right? Because we are doing credit restoration. This will be credit restoration, right? Credit restoration is a bigger part. Credit repair is a small part of credit restoration. So what we do is, now I'm going to tell the client, you need to do your pay downs too. We'll start paying your Citi card down, and I need you to pay that down to 10%. You need to pay $44 a week or day, $312 a week, or $1,353 a month to get that shit done in 52 weeks. Now you're telling your clients what to do. Start looking like the professional that everybody in this room is in at 9:46 Eastern Standard Time on a Wednesday night. Everybody else is playing. Everybody else is tired. Remember, we all get the same 24 hours. Every single person in this room has something different. Y'all 24 hours ain't the same as somebody else who's sitting on the couch watching TV right now. Just the same thing as mine. My 24 hours ain't the same like somebody else who's sitting on the TV or at the bar watching the game. Like, my ass wants to be watching the Ranger game right now. I'm just getting the score updates on my phone. My daughter just came downstairs to play with daddy, but daddy's working because daddy's got to put food on the table. So when we sit down and we do that, our 24 hours ain't the same as everybody else's. So this is all the stuff that comes inside of that community. I make sure that you guys get it. This is an extra cost, but I promise you guys it's worth it. It's worth it. That's why I wanted to show it to you guys at the end of class. Miss Allen, what the hell's going on over there with your phone? You got two in the same room. That's why. Yes. Mm-hmm. Because if you're coming to my class, everybody's teaching MPEP, right? There's 21 of you in here. Do I want to give you the best chance to succeed, or do I want to give you the best chance to fail? If everybody in the software is doing MPEP, you think the stupid Oscar system doesn't have AI to pick it up? So let's do the one that's the same aggressiveness with a little bit down, right? And add what they're not doing. Guys, when I do something, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. Good question, Duran. Good pickup. Yes, Miss Allen. Mm-hmm. What question do you have, Miss Allen? Sure, I'll answer for you. M2. So you remember what I said long ago, and I'll always say this: M2 is always going to be relevant because M2 is always a strong software to use. It doesn't matter what I bring in or what I do. M2 will always be a relevant system because M2 is one of the most compliant systems. So it's always going to be relevant. Now, barring what you're asking, eventually in the future, we'll see where it goes, if there is a place or not. Just to answer that question. I know it's a little ambiguous, but I'll answer. I may show up Friday to class, so make sure you're in class on Friday. Yeah, I'll probably be in class on Friday. Questions? Any other questions? I know people are just sitting here now to soak up as much knowledge as they possibly can. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, guys. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's when I teach. Mr. Duran, I heard you. What's up? Mm-hmm. Don't white anything out. Here's what I say with the bank statement. Ready for this? There's a bunch of banks that you can use that are free banks that have free accounts, right? You don't want to use the bank that you get all your checks deposited in? Listen to this. This is the best way to do it. Go get $100, put $100 in the free bank account, right? Navy Fed, credit union, whatever it is. Put the $100 inside. Just use that as your bank statement. So it's not your regular bank account that has in and out. So if something happens, you're not really worried. It's $100. But you feel a little more things instead of the one that you're paying your mortgage with, you're paying your rent with, you're paying your car note, you're paying food for your kid. If you're really worried about that, that's always the best thing to do. Everybody, I learned this at one of the events I was at. Everybody should have 4 bank accounts. 4 different companies with 4 different bank accounts. You should have a savings account. You should have an investment account. You should have an account where all your bills come out of. And you should have a spare bank account. No, not tax, Reem. The way that it was basically what she was explaining was like the rainy day account. Because taxes, normal people that we're talking about, they get W-2, so they don't really have to worry about taxes, right? If you're a business owner, then you have your tax account. That's the thing. So if you have that fourth account is that rainy day account, and it's got to be in each bank account. Like you should do your savings and bank account where your check comes in, right? And when your check comes in, automatically take 10-15% off of the top and put it in savings. But what happens is the excess of money that you have, even if it's $1, $2, should go into that spare bank account. On business, I do 6. Yes, I have. I'm with you. I have Bank of America, Chase, and they both got 3 inside of each. So I'm with you on that one. Where I'm at with you guys is, understanding this, understanding how you do this, that's the key. Get that account and use that. I have four different, yes, Mr. Rogers, 4 different bank accounts. Get so you can have 2 in one bank, right? And then have 2 separate accounts for the other side, your investment account and things like that. So I'll give you guys a perfect example. I have Chase for 2 of my accounts. I have Discover Bank, which I love Discover Bank. Everybody will be like, why Discover Bank? Discover Bank gives you cash back on a damn debit card. I have Discover Bank, I have Navy Fed, and I have Chime. So I got started with Chime. I always was like, so what I do is any affiliate programs that I have Chime dump the money into the affiliate program. I have the affiliate program dump the money into Chime. Ask me when's the last time I checked my Chime bank account. I haven't checked my Chime bank account in a long time because yes. Oh, Discover Bank is sick, bro. Oh my God, Discover Bank is sick. I've had that for 7 years before it became Capital One. Before it became Capital One. Everybody's opening up a fintech bank, but Discover Bank, Discover Card, I love just that ability. And hold on, wait, where's my, do I have a Discover Card down here just to show you guys? Hold on, wait, let me see. Oh, I got a new one too. I got American Express Bank too. That's a new one I just opened. Here, first Discover Card. Look at this one. Discover Debit. Does it say debit? Yeah, here, it says debit right on the top. Discover Debit. Knew I had it. Here, Chime. Not bullshitting. Chime. I'm one of those guys, when I give sauce, I'm giving you real shit. I'm not giving you guys fake shit. Yeah, they're debit. So Discover. So I'll tell you who started the actual game and fucked it up for everybody. And then they couldn't reel it in because the debit cards were getting crazy. Chase started it. Chase just started a cashback rewards card on debit. And then all of a sudden, it just went crazy. So I don't like TD Bank. Bank of America is good. And here's the reason why I chose Santander Bank. I haven't got to use. I want to use them. Here's the reason why I got away from TD Bank. Always understand if the bank banks for you or if the bank banks for the business. So what do I mean by that? If you have a debit account, right? And I've watched this with a bunch of people. If you have a debit account and the card, right? The card goes, the card gets hacked and you go to dispute and they don't give you back your money, that's not a bank I want to do business with. That's not a bank I want to do business with. They don't understand the law. TD Bank is horrible. TD Bank is actually out of Toronto. So it's not a true American bank. US Bank is a better option. PNC is a better option. If you got Truist in your area, get a Truist bank account. That's your better option. American banks are who you want to bank with because they understand American laws. Do not take it like Santander. Santander is not an American bank. It is a Spaniard bank. It originated in Spain. I know that for a fact because I actually do like their banking system, but they don't understand how to bank on the American terminology. So stick with your Chase. Stick with your Bank of America. That TD Bank, I'll be honest with you. Who is that? Leanne? Leanne, I closed that TD Bank down immediately if I were you, personally. I had bad juju with TD Bank. I got Navy, NASA recently. Navy, I love it. I love Navy Federal Credit Union. I have a local credit union. My business account was with US Bank. US Bank is decent. I got US Bank. That's funny. Here's a US Bank credit card sitting right on my desk. I just got the new one in. So, again, practice what I preach. I always practice what I preach. I've got over 35 credit cards now between business thing, but you know who I like the best? You guys are not going to believe this. American Express. American Express. Yes, Mr. Kofi. I like American Express. Ooh. American Express is the shit. Here. I'm going to make you guys laugh. Ready? I got American Express like it's freaking playing cards. Ready? These are all my American Express cards. They're like playing cards. I love Amex. And now that Amex made a bank, that's great. I did have PenFed. PenFed closed me down when they did the secondary pull. I forgot to freeze my account after I did the pull. They closed me down after. But PenFed, I did have PenFed for a little while, which I have that credit card inside my desk. I only have TD because I was able to get a debit card ASAP. So that's why Leanne, that's the same reason I went to them. That's the same exact reason when I went to them. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you guys a hack. Fix your damn credit and we stop worrying about debit cards. Stop worrying about debit cards because debit cards don't do shit for us. That's the only reason I have Discover that's the only one I use a debit card because it gives me cash back. Debit cards don't do shit for us. I want to tell everyone, this is not a flex. This is just truth. I've got $15,000 in cash back rewards. $15,000 in cash back rewards. So God forbid if I ever get into a bad situation, guess what I got? I got $15,000 of bank money to play with that I can go start a business with or do something that I'm working with to build off of. I just talked to a gentleman today. He was like, look, bro, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I was like, yo, I'll give you my cash back, but you have to market it as my cash back. He goes, oh shit. He goes, I didn't even think about that. Debit cards don't give you crap. So why are we using something that doesn't give us crap back? How many of y'all want to start a business? I mean, like a real business. You want to start something, like just want to start something like I want to own something. I want to leave a legacy for somebody. Put a me in the chat. Okay? Y'all want to start something. Not even credit repair. I'm just talking about general. Mr. Rogers, another business. Perfect. Okay? You guys want to start another business. Imagine if you didn't have to use your own money. You could use the bank's cash back to start that business because you could take the down payment from your cash back and put it towards that business. That's exactly what I was doing. So now I'm getting to that point, right? I'm a tax business owner. There you go. Get to that point where I utilize that money and put it elsewhere. I have a catered business trying to open up a salon suite. Ooh. These salon games, I heard these salon games are awesome. I'm about to open up a damn salon and I don't know shit about hair. Well, here's the thing. I got something for everybody tonight. Do this and I think you guys will love this. Type in franchise show in your area. Look when the franchise show is coming to your area, wherever you're at. Go to the franchise show and see what businesses are being sold inside of the franchise show. What people are trying to get people to sign up for. Don't buy anything, just go looking. And the reason that you want to do that is you want to see what's out there, what people are pushing. So 5 years ago, what did I see? My Discover card's still going up to 25K. I'll be honest with you. I haven't pulled Discover in a while on a personal note. The last one that I got was like 18.5. But yes, depending on the perfect file with the right personal information, they could go up to 25K. They were at one point 45, but right now we're in a economic downturn, which everybody knows that. We're in an economic downturn. We're not in a recession. We're in an economic downturn, which is good. So ladies and gentlemen, what happens during an economic downturn? What do we do? What do we do during an economic downturn? Not yet, Mr. Rogers. During an economic downturn, we fix our credit. Because what's everybody doing right now? They're fucking up their credit. They're fucking up their credit because they're trying to live that same lifestyle that they had. Stop spending money. Stop spending money. So you stop spending money, fix your credit, pay down your utilization, and what happens when we hit rock bottom? We do exactly what Mr. Rogers says. We start buying up everything because that's where real wealth is created, where you buy low. Where you buy low. That's the key. That's the key. I'm still at 7K. Time for an increase. Mr. Kofi, you should be increasing your credit limit every single 3 months with Discover, because all you got to do go in the app and hit increase my limit. I do it with my wife's all the time. My wife's got 28K or something like that all the time. She don't even use her damn credit card. We just keep increasing it. That's the key. Because 1%, I want everybody to understand that. What's 10% of 28,000? That's $2,800. What's 10% of 7,000? It's only $700. You see how much more room I have to spend? And what do we use our personal and business credit cards for? For investments, not expenditures. I got caught. I want to say this to everybody. I ain't fucking perfect. I can sit up here and preach from my pulpit all day long, right? And say, oh, he's perfect. He knows that. Fuck no, I ain't perfect. I got myself into trouble with credit cards too. I got caught in the game. But guess what? I never overspent the money that I didn't have. I never raised the limits I couldn't afford. So if my credit card... Brother, you should be in this class every single night, man. Every night that I'm live, you should be in this damn class. But like I was saying, I don't preach. I preach from up here because I know I'm going to be the first one to make the mistake. I got caught too. Yeah, Leanne, that's the one. I'll say, guys, this is not financial advice, but I'll give you guys some financial advice. I would rob a bank before I fuck up American Express. American Express is tied to too many things. Now, I just learned this. Reem, did you know this? I was watching some other YouTuber today, and he said that Bank of America is actually attached to Chase. Not Bank of America. American Express is actually attached to Chase on the back end. It's the first time I heard that, too. I'm going to do some research today. I'm going to start doing some research today. That's some sick shit. Yes, that's so. Let me ask you a question. Who set up check systems and early warning? Does anybody know that? Oh, damn, I'm dropping fucking sauce tonight. I really am. I'm going ham tonight. For everybody who left early, that sucks for you. Who created check systems and early warnings? Yolanda's like, I'm soaking it. Yep, Chase is one. Who else? There's one more bank. Okay, cool. All right, Reem. Not Amex, Bank of America. Bank of America and Chase are the ones that, JP Morgan are the ones that created check systems and early warning. I looked that shit up the other day. That's crazy. So they got to do something. Reem, they have to do something. Somebody didn't just pull that shit out of thin air. I know it could be wrong, but they got to do something on the back end. And they don't share all the information online, but I like that. That ChatGPT helps us. I am in my bag for the night. I am in my bag. I forgot what it is to do a proper class. I've been touring the United States. I've been touring the United States. I just got back from Dallas. I was in Nashville the other day. Like, I'm supposed to go to Atlanta this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen. But I forgot what it is to give back to the community. I did. I haven't done a class in a while. So I've been doing this class, but I've just been doing it half-ass. And what I mean by half-ass is, what's your gem on it? Oh, just go to the show and see what's there. See what's in the franchise show. See what's going on with the franchise show. See what's being promoted a lot. You'll see that there's a bunch of there'll be like 10 coffee shops. There'd be like 15 of this, 2 of these, 3 of this. There's going to be people that have the same idea, but see what they're promoting inside the franchise show, and that's the one you want to attack. If you start to see that somebody's promoting 5 of the same product, that means that's the next up-and-coming business, because they feel that's the next up-and-coming business. Remember, services for people to get things done is huge. Services for people to get things done is huge. I don't like coffee shops. I don't believe in coffee shops. I don't believe in Restaurants, like people say that because what's the first thing that people stop spending in an economic downturn? On luxury items. But what happens when they need something? So food, supermarkets, things like that will always be a necessity. But what's the next need? Next need, this is the crazy one. People still like to pamper themselves. They still like to get their hair done. They still like to do things like that. And that's another need. I'll always be in need. People want to get that stuff done. Even in an economic downturn, how many people want to go looking like Scrungy McScrunch? They don't. So they want to make sure that they get that done. So that's stuff where when I go into the franchise show, me and my wife did that 3 years ago before we opened up this business. That's where we were at. We were at the franchise show. That's why I got my first stack. I was in the show looking for another business to open. And what happened was we found one and it did nothing. They oversold it. And then I went and I worked on something else. And then we got this business sold. We got this business opened, and yeah, it's crazy. It's freaking crazy. I promise you guys have the ability to do it. You just got to know where to look. Always solve a problem. Always solve a freaking problem. If anybody's got a problem, just solve it. Just solve it and you'll be able to get it done. Just solve a problem. Credit repair is good. Why do people succeed in credit repair? Is because they have a client base. Credit repair is easy. Do you know how many people need their credit fixed in the United States right now at this current moment? So it's more than when I started. Kofi, a little high. That's a little high. You ready? 102 million people need their credit fixed. They're in some sort of credit pain. So I got a gentleman that I was interviewing for a job this morning out of the 360 million American, 380 million American, whatever we're at now with the census. It's 102 million people. When I started in the business, there was 60 million people. And at that point, what's the name of that company? Lexington Law had they were getting in 2 million people a year, 2 million people a month out of the 60 million. So guess how many people are left? But here's the thing. Even the biggest company was still scamming people. That's why it's so easy to scam people in this industry, because they literally just scam whoever they can, because you'll pay whatever it is. Because why? Your goal is waiting at the end of the finish line. And if you got to push that finish line out, go through there. That's why I say to you guys, this is not a race. That this is not one of those sprints. This is a marathon. Here's what Lexington Law used to do. I'll give you guys this. Lexington Law used to pick a negative. So say you had a collection charge off from Chase. We use Chase tonight. Lexington Law used to take that one negative item, and they used to dispute that until it came off. Then they would move on to the next negative item, and they used to dispute that until that one came off. They used to drag out the process until everything got removed. You would stay with I had one client of mine stay with them for 3 years. 3 years. But why did he stay with him for 3 years? It's exactly what I told you. They get a deletion, and you're like, oh, this shit's working. This shit's great. This is great. What are they doing? They're dragging their feet. That's it, Marcia. Yeah, they didn't fix. No, they were fixing it correctly. They weren't doing it efficiently. That's what they found. That's what they found out for everybody, because there were attorneys running it. So they were doing everything right by the law. They weren't doing it in the way that they should have did it. Like I told you, when I did advanced tactics over here, software does something to keep you into software for a little bit, because it's a software company. Don't get me wrong. They got to make money too. But when you learn advanced tactics because you understand credit repair, what happens? You can speed that process up a lot, because you understand what credit repair is. Once you understand what credit repair is, you can start going through it. Read the FCRA book if you guys have a chance. Read that book. That book will do phenomenal stuff for you by just understanding what the FCRA has in store. Then keep going to the next level with every piece and understanding how each piece works. It's crazy what can be done. It's crazy what can be done in this system. I promise you guys can do a lot. I didn't stay here for 3 years because I saw a sinking ship. I stayed here for 3 years because I know this software is lights out, but it has to be used correctly. This software doesn't need to get updated. You know why? Because it still works. It still works efficiently. I don't care who's selling this software. Houdini can sell this damn software and it'll still work. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know if there's any other questions or any of that. I know you guys are trying to let me cook, but at the end of the day, I run out of shit to cook with. I know, it's only so much you can talk about credit. There's funding, there's all that other stuff that goes in, but you guys just got to know what to look for. That's the key. That's the key. You guys got to know what to look for and how to look for it. FCRA. Let me see if I can find it over here. Give me a second. I'll drop a link for you guys. Here we go. Wow, temporary out of stock, but save this. I'm gonna drop this for you guys. You can actually buy this. You can actually buy this from the FTC and they'll give it to you. It's actually free. Understanding that book will set you up for credit repair. Will set you up for success with credit repair. Anybody have any questions that they want? PDF is free download. I mean, if they have it, yeah. Yeah. Let me see. And this is 26. Oh, yeah, it's here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Has all your codes, has everything you need inside. There you go. Here's another link that everybody should have. Here's another link. Everybody should have this link in their back office, especially if they're looking to do credit repair. Social Security card replacement. Everybody should have that in their back office. What else you guys need? Damn, that delay is. No. I'm waving at the Mr. Rogers' camera zoomed in on me, so I'm waving at me in the camera. Reem, what else you think I should do this? What else you think I should give? Something I missed? Yeah, you guys got a lot of gems. Go for it. Beautiful. I love questions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, you gotta prove yourself. What happens is they put a balance on there because you weren't able to keep yourself in a proper thing, and you're just overcharging. They're setting themselves up against against giving the risk exposure team basically sets you up on a stop so that you don't push yourself past a place that can whatchamacallit, you don't push yourself past the place in a negative situation. So what you have to do is set yourself up, pay your card down to zero, do what you need to do so you can get your card back down to zero, keep it at zero, and keep it rocking. That's the key. What happens is a lot of people do, it's going to take time. You got to build up trust with them again. But that's the thing. People think that credit cards, one company that you do not spend every dollar that you have on is American Express. All my cards are at zero with Amex. All my cards. So here's the thing. Yes, because they want you to see that, make sure that you have the funds coming in and out of the bank account to be able to pay it. So if you do have the funds, then yes, do it. Then you have nothing to hide. If you don't have the funds, then don't do it because then you are hiding something. Just stay where they're at and just keep building up. They'll eventually ask for it again in 6 to 8 months, but make sure you get your money right in that time frame. Look, just because we're in an economic downturn doesn't mean that there's not money in the street. It's just a little harder to get it out of people's pockets. I did. I did it myself. I personally did it, but I knew I had the money inside of the account, so I wasn't never worried. I always try to keep a balance. Try to keep a five-figure balance in your bank account, ladies and gentlemen, at all times when you're working with American Express. It's hard. I know that sometimes we get in downturns and things hurt, but always try to keep a five-figure amount in your bank account. I understand it. Everybody's like, well, I don't have access to that. I understand. Then you're not ready for those type of credit cards because those are high priority credit cards. My platinum card, my platinum and gold card, I don't mess with that shit, man. I pay them shits off as soon as I spend something on it. Immediately. I don't even wait. Okay. Let me teach you guys something about the platinum card. Why the platinum card is everybody should shoot for. And I was never a platinum card person. I want everybody in this room right now. I got the gold card too, but there's a reason why you go to plat. Once I created the score machine, which you guys were looking at previously, once I created the score machine, what happened with the score machine? The score machine was my best invention that I ever did. And it started making money. And you have to start traveling. You have to start doing certain things. When your business starts moving, you have to move with your business. If you don't move with your business, you're going to get left behind. So what happened was I had to get a platinum card. When I got the platinum card, why did I get it? I get it because they have a lot of perks. What's the biggest perk? Travel, concierge service. It is not the concierge service that the Black Centurion card has, but it's a proper travel service. I will tell you how much money they saved me on my last trip to Dallas. You guys will not believe it. I was booking tickets out to Dallas. Now, I'm going to say this just because I am who I am. I am a bougie bitch now. I am not going to say that. I am not going to deny it. I became a bougie bitch because, you know what? Fuck that sitting in the back. I'm 400 pounds. I'm wide. I'm not sitting next to somebody on top of somebody. I don't like that shit, so I am a bougie bitch. Okay? So, what did I do? I booked first class. I was getting ready to book first class. Mr. Rogers, you should have a travel card. Listen to what I did. I was looking for my tickets. Now, as a business owner, you get frustrated really, really quickly when shit doesn't go your way. Why? Because you just want to get it done and you want to move on to the next damn task. And if you got to waste your time looking at one task for a long period of time, it's going to get damn frustrating. So what did I do? I said, I got the plat card. My wife was helping me out. My wife was like, honey, she goes, this is a pain in the ass. I can't figure this out. My tickets to go to Dallas were going to cost me like something like $2,800. I was like, I'm not paying $2,800 to go to Dallas. I pick up the phone. I look at the back of the Platinum card. I dial Platinum Services. I put my information in. And I said, travel. Every time I get the coolest freaking person on the other line. I said, look, I got to go from LGA, which is LaGuardia in New York City. I got to go to that and to Dallas, Fort Worth. I need a ticket that leaves Friday, comes back Sunday. Hook me up. Mr. Badi, have you been looking at tickets? Yes. I see tickets for 2,800. I see tickets for this, whatever. Okay. Mr. Badi, I got good news for you today. I said, what's the good news? I got you a first class ticket from LaGuardia, nonstop, returning on Sunday, nonstop. Here are the times. This is the seats. Okay. $1,400. Half price. Ladies and gentlemen, half price. American Express Platinum card costs $895. $895 for the year. I just paid it twice with that one savings. I just paid it twice. Think about that. When I got to book a hotel, I call them. I do the whole thing. Let me tell you something, Miss Cortez. I tried Chase Travel. They're the biggest pains in the ass in the world. I got the Sapphire card. Hold on. Where that shit at? Hold on. Don't think about it. Boom, it's right there. I got it. Why do you think I went to the Plat? If they were so good and I bank with Chase, my business accounts are with Chase. If they were so good, why the fuck would I leave? They are not worth $795. They are not worth it. Nothing like Platinum did. Nothing. I called them. I need to book a trip. This is the first trip I ever booked. This was an Atlanta trip. I need to get a refund, right? Because Atlanta, due to weather, that they had to refund me for the trip for Atlanta. Due to weather, et cetera, this happened, whatever, boom, they canceled my ticket. They canceled my ticket. I had to wait 6 weeks to get refunded from Chase. 6 weeks to get refunded. I don't screw with that. American Express, that's the key. So when everybody's in here, when you're thinking about it right now, I'm telling you guys, write it down. Get a picture, put it up on a wall. I want American Express Platinum card. Put it on the wall. That's what you guys should have. I got the gold card too. Gold card. Why gold card for business? You ready? Dale Walker. What is that? What is the 3 stars? Yes, it is. Yes, it abso-fucking-lutely is. Miss Pry, I love it too. That's another B. I got to build a relationship back and get back unlimited, my limit. Look, as long as you got that card, it's great. But Walker, Dale, what do you think the damn scoring machine is? What do you think the damn scoring machine is? Does Amex have a starter card? They got a couple of good cards, but they still require you to have good credit. You got to be at least 720, 700, 720 to get a good card with them. That's the key. That green card, then they have the Amex every day. I got these with a 740. So you got the Blue Cash Preferred, which is this one. This one's like a 720 credit card. And then this one, which they don't have anymore, but it's just a white card now, is this one. This one I got with 720. I pulled these all at the same time. It was originally this one. This white one was originally the clear card. That doesn't exist anymore. But then that. But guys, here's the thing. We fix our credit to pull our stuff in our business. And that's what the way that we need to do it. We got to pull that stuff in there. I got my Platinum with a 720 because that's high credit score. That's considered high credit. Well, Miss Cortez, what was your unlimited, quote unquote, what was your unlimited limit? Because it does come with a limit. Did you ever try to test it? Okay, so what you're supposed to do is go into your app, and inside your app, I'm going to tell you guys how to do this. Hold on right now. When you guys get American Express, let me see if it's on this phone or if I got to go log out on the other phone. So, hold on. I could do it on this phone. That's fine. Perfect. Okay. So on American Express, when you get American Express, there's a spot on the Plaque card, right? Where is it? Nope. More details. When you click on the card, you got to click on the card, right? And when you click on the card, you go under, it says more details. When you click more details, it says check spending power. That's how you find out what your limit is on your card. So you know what? Let me tell you. Somebody give me a number. Let me see if I can spend it on this card. Give me a number. Put a number. No, I spent $5K yesterday. This month I spent I spent $5K yesterday on flights. So give me another $20K. I did that this month. Give me a big, somebody give me a damn number. I want to see a number. That's bitchy numbers. 80. There we go. I like 80. Let's do 80. Let's see if I'm approved for 80. You have reached your spending capacity. That's where you're at. I can get approved for 80. Let's try 75. Let's try 75. Literally putting 75,000. Let's see. Reached your main. So they're at it. Let's do 50. I saw 50 inside. Let's see 50. Wow. What the hell? They really hunkered down. Holy shit. Let me see. 3,500. Wow. I got to call them. They say all my spending power is gone. They did the same thing like you, and I have no balance on the card. I paid the balance today. Shit. So when Amex starts closing up the lines, that's when you know shit's not right. That's when you know they're getting worried. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anybody else got anything? You know, Mr. Rogers, this whole shit that's going on. We were going to be in a next. So there's an old thing that goes around because I don't look at politics. I look at market. Market dictates politics. Everybody knows that. Money dictates power. If you don't have money, you can't have power. That's what people don't understand. So the market's in a downturn right now. And it says we're going to be in downturn until 28, if I remember correctly. It's this old market list that I found that shows the ups and downs of the market, right? Mr. Walker, I said, yes, sir. That's what the score machine is. I found the old market list. It's going to go down until 28, and then it's going to pop up in 32, and then down, and then it's going to jump up until 42. If you believe all these old things, we're in for a little bit of a hard season, but we don't ever go broke. That's the thing, because there's too much money in the street. So what we have to do is find a way to get the money. Rich get rich during depressions. Why? Why? What do they do differently than other people? What do they do differently than other people? No, it's not about an investment, because if the investment keeps going down, right? If the market where they make a majority of their funds keeps going down, what do? The products that they made their money from to put the money into the investment are what they do, and they control the majority of products that we utilize every single day. Think about that. 5 major brands own the whole United States. Between PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, all these companies, if you look at that, they own the whole United States, P&G, all that stuff. All those companies started out as individual companies at one point. But what were they doing? They moved their money into investment market after they made their money. So what we have to do is we have to start thinking like them. First off, we got to get our face off of the brand. And we have to not be the brand. Mr. Rogers, I saw that light bulb starting to click with you. I saw that move. You're like, hold on, wait, what? What happens when we become the brand? When we become the brand, only we can sell the brand. But what happens if the brand becomes faceless? Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Doritos, Lay's, things like that. These are food. I'm using food as the example because that's what it is. But let me ask you a question. Who the hell is Paul Mitchell? Does anybody know who Paul Mitchell is? I know the girls are going to know who Paul Mitchell is. Who the hell is Paul Mitchell? Shampoo, exactly. The guy that owns Paul Mitchell is not Paul Mitchell. His name is not Paul Mitchell. Hair products. The guy that owns it is not Paul Mitchell. I think his name is Paul, but the Mitchell is his business partner that created the shampoo. The hair products that go into it don't have a face behind the brand. Think about every major brand that you're looking at. Bernard Arnault, the guy that owns Louis Vuitton, is not Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton became a faceless brand after a while. It became what? The magical LV that everybody knows. Who the hell knows what Louis Vuitton looks like? I don't know. I don't care, but I know that LV anywhere I see it. I know that brown bag anywhere I see it. And all the girls are going, shit, you're right. Boys, I'm going to talk to you now. I'm going to talk to the boys in the room. Everybody wants the illustrious golden crown. What's the illustrious golden crown? What's the illustrious golden crown? What is everything that every man wants that has a golden crown? Put it in the chat. Reem, you don't know? Yep. The Rolex. The golden crown is the Rolex. So we sit down. I got to act like I don't know. Mr. Kofi, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to talk to you for real. I know you say to be honest, but there's something that you want that you will see that, yeah, you say that, but every man wants that watch that says, I know my time is valuable. That's what that watch means. They always get the Rolex because of their name. I have my version of the Rolex. I did it too. It's about saying my time is more valuable than what you think it is. That's why they get that watch. It's not for some people it's a flex piece, but who the hell owns Rolex? I didn't even know Rolex was a freaking British company until it became a non-for-profit. Who the hell knew Rolex was a non-for-profit? Who the hell made Rolex? Nobody knew that. Oh yeah, Rolex is a non-for-profit. They make $0. I think they made $1.8 or $1.9 billion last year. It's a zero profit building. Canal Street. Yep. New York City. Yep. But when you think about what I just said, it's all about perception. It's all about what we want to get to where we want to be. I promise you guys, getting rid of you as the face of the brand is the key. That's what I'm doing for the score machine. I'm getting rid of me as the face of the brand. I want that shit selling without me ever having to do anything for it. I want people to think that I'm just a trainer for the software. I just recorded videos. Not to know that I'm the owner and owner and the founder of the software. That I'm the one that spent 3 years or any of that stuff. Why? Because God forbid if I want to sit on an island for 3 months and relax and take my due deserved time, the software never goes down. Let me ask you a question. Anybody know who started H&R Block? I know we have a tax professional in here. What do you mean, what's my background? You can ask me any question. I'm always like, am I a tech? Actually, no. If I tell you guys what I am, you would never believe it. I love tech. I love it. It's my hobby. But I studied to become an attorney. Yeah, I studied to become an attorney. The only reason I'm not an attorney is because I didn't pass the stupid LSAT test to get into law school. That's the only reason I didn't get in. The closest thing to being a lawyer is fighting with the bureaus on law. That's why I got really good at the credit game. And AI only helped me so much more. AI only made me better. That's the crazy part. AI only made me better. If you are good and know how to use AI, you are unstoppable. That's the key. That's the key. I'm going to go back with the tax professionals. Tax professionals. And I think Ms. Cortez is a tax professional, right? If you're a tax professional, who the hell knows who H&R Block is? Who the hell knows who Intuit is? Intuit's a board of people. But guess what? Guess what Intuit owns right now, everybody? You log in almost every day. Credit Karma. Credit Karma. They got your credit score. 130 million people are on Credit Karma daily. Wake up and smell the coffee. You want to be successful? Don't be the face of your brand. Let the brand do what it is. But you have to build the brand first for it to be the brand. Then you get people to work. Why do you think Ray is always in the room with me? I don't speak to my clients anymore. Is it true Experian is more accurate? Well, let's be real. Credit Karma doesn't have Experian in it. So how can Credit Karma be accurate if it doesn't have all three bureaus? And it's not about accuracy. It's about what's on the report. Realistically, if you pull a 3-bureau report from any of the major three, it will be more accurate than Credit Karma because it's pulling all three. But it is not to say that it's more accurate. It's just missing a report. So that's the key. I still use it. I still use Credit Karma for a couple of things with, reviewing a client's file or something. Just double checking because it is free. I still have Credit Karma. I'll use it for myself every now and then blue. But my favorite is My Score IQ. I use My Score IQ. I use a FICO score. I don't use a Vantage score. And the difference between FICO and Vantage is, just to break it down real quick for everybody, a FICO score is what the bank uses. It's called Fair Isaac. A Vantage is what the bureaus came up with. That's the thing. I use it for myself because that's all I know until now. Yeah, but for yourself, it's okay. I use it for myself too, but you can go get all bureau reports directly from the bureau. I run TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian from all three of them. I just double check them and they pull every day. So I can go right to the bureau and double check it every day. All right. I dropped a lot of gems tonight. It's 10:40. I knew I should have took that 5-minute break. I knew I should have took my 5-minute break because my ass was going to be here for a while. Okay. I'm back next Tuesday. 1, 2. I'm going to ask you guys 2 favors. First favor. In the Metro 2 free community, the one that's on the dashboard on Facebook, right? How great this class was. Let everybody know that you should be going to class, showing up, working with us. Myself or Mr. Bora, let them know. Because we want to get more people in this class. Having 18 people in this class really stifles things for you guys because you don't ever know what question can be asked by somebody that's that. So always go post something in the community for that. And number 2, make sure you print with me when you generate your letters. Let's keep this going. The more I can do here, the more business we can get through the door, the more I can do, and there's more gems I can drop in over here and really bring you guys up to that next level. Now, what will happen is anybody that prints with me, that number, that 914-257 number, I'm going to drop it right in the chat again, 914-257-7468. You're going to text community too after you're done paying for printing. That's the discount code, Mr. Kofi. You're going to text community to that number. And what will happen is after you pay for printing, we'll give you free access into the paid in full community so you can always join in with us. And you know when to lock into these classes and what we're going on and what we're doing. And that's the case. How many people enjoyed tonight's class? Awesome. Awesome. Is there anything that I didn't go over for anybody tonight that really feels like they were lost or need something extra for tonight? Brother, you're never late as long as you show up. That's the key. As long as you show up. People think they come in late. It don't matter if you come in late. Just sit down and watch what the roller coaster ride we go on, because you never know what gems you may get. And I feel bad for everybody that did leave. That's on you. You left early. You could have asked a bunch of questions tonight, and I would have given it to you guys free of charge, because last night I think I did my class in 49 minutes because I had to break my fast. So realistically, for everybody that's in here, I gave you guys extra tonight because of that. It's right in the software. So I'm just going to share my screen so I can show you guys again. Always remember, over here on the software, over here, right on the home page, you see this? Just click this link over here and it'll let you join in a thing. Let you join up at any point in time. So just click that, log into the software, and you'll be able to join up. 1, 2, 3. Keon, I know you were new. You got lost a couple of times. Did you stay on board? Break my fast. I'm Muslim, bro. I'm fasting from Ramadan. Yep. We finished Friday. Friday night's my last night. Thank you, brother. Alhamdulillah to you too. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. 30-day fast. Yeah, it's almost done. We're on 30 days will be on Thursday night. It's the last night of fasting. So tomorrow night is the last night of fasting, and Eid will be on Friday, which means I can enjoy my relaxation and actually just relax. And I'll be happy and be merry. I'm going to eat like a king on Thursday and Friday. Yeah. Any questions I didn't answer for anybody? Anything that I didn't do? Any place that I didn't give you guys over here? Anything that you guys felt that you were missing out on? Oh, Ramadan Mubarak, my friend. You were just, I got you, bro. That was me last night, bro. I was trying to finish class before breakfast time. I finished class with like 3 minutes left. My wife was like, I'm going to cook you food. I was sitting down. I was like, yo, just give me the damn water. Just give me the damn water. I just want my water. Like, I don't care about anything else. And then she gave me my water and my coffee. She brought it downstairs. I was able to stay out for like another 10 minutes. Mind showing the advanced tactics one more time? No. Go in and pay. Kofi, you got advanced. You've been paying for freaking printing. Go in there and watch advanced tactics. You inside paying full. I've seen your letters come through. And you got it with the explanation in there. I did an 1.5 hour long class on that one. He's like, no, I want you to teach it to me. I know it. I know people. But here's the thing. I don't want to confuse the people that are here that are learning basic tactics. That's why we used to do it on Fridays, but I don't teach Fridays anymore. That's why I said maybe this Friday I'll be in class. I'll teach it on Friday. So make sure you come into class on Friday, but just watch the video. Just watch the video because we don't want to include people. We don't want to confuse them. The whole key is to make sure that people are not confused of what they're doing because they're going to be, well, he said this. Yes, you're 100 right. I did say that. You're 100%. I did say that. But I don't want to confuse people in here because they'd be like, why did they say that? He's like, but I did ask a question. You said to ask a question, but you're not helping me out. Any other questions? As my business partner, Dre, would say, closed mouths don't get fed. Keon, you still lost, brother? You good? I think Keon fell asleep. Reem, you good? You can come off mute, bro. Dale. Dale, did I answer your questions for you? I'm going to go down. Mr. Rogers, I know I answered your question because you got your camera on. You've been doing me that favor. I want to know, I would love to see what your setup looks like. Your setup looks freaking dope. You got multiple cameras on a switch in there? I got you. You got one of these to control it, or you have something else? Or the auto controls? I want to get like you when I grow up. That's sick. I like that. I like how he's got that in there. He's got a 40-incher in front of him too. Switching through the computer. Okay, I got you. I got you. Gene, do you have any questions? 55? Oh, 250. Oh, damn. Samsung Odysseys or just two TVs? Awesome. Fantastic. Miss Cortez, you good? Two LGs. Okay. I used to use LGs back in the day. Ms. Nielsen, you good? Perfect. Shmia? I'm sorry if I just get Shima? Did I say that right? I'm good. Perfect. Miss Allen, I know you're good. You can just come in the chat. Jeanette, you good? You got a picture of a dude, Jeanette. Yeah, I'm good. Yolanda, good. Jeff W, you good? Leanne, you good? Kofi, you good? Shawanda? I'm trying. If I kill somebody's name, I do apologize. Yes. Okay, we good. Marcia, you good? Marsha. Okay, I got you. Thank you. She's like, yo, I'm going to make sure he says it right. Learned a lot tonight. Appreciate you, brother. I will. Brother, get in the room at any time, man. I don't got to worry about you. You got my number. You can call me at any time. Just get in the room. Yeah. Anytime, guys. Look, like I said, I teach Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I try to give you guys as much as I can. I'm going to say this. Miss Deborah is very quick in the software. She's very good at going over the software. But if there's no questions, she will end class. I'll just keep giving game, but it's very different the way that I give game versus the way that she is. She gets paid by the hour. I get paid if you guys print. So I got to make sure you guys print with me. I'm literally just saying that truthfully. But if anybody needs anything, again, I'm going to drop the number one more time. Make sure you text them. Say you were in class, 914-257-7468. Text the printing team. Let them know that you came in from class. If you need help or anything, they'll let you know, and they can run your class. They can run it with you, especially if you're working with us. They'll print your letters out for you. If you guys have no, Jeff, I didn't see you. Jeff, did you answer? Jeff, you good? Good night, Mr. Rogers. I'll see you next Tuesday or Wednesday. Everybody's good to go. Everybody's good to go if they're here. Good. Have a good evening. Y'all got a lot of I look at the end of the day. If there's the person that you know what happens is always that one person that doesn't want to talk in front of everybody. So I try to stay on and see if there's anybody that's there. But if there's nobody that's here, I'm ending the night. I'm going to bed. No, I'm not going to bed. Actually, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm gonna go relax. Make sure y'all print. Get inside the community. Get inside the paid in full community. Let me see. How many members do we got inside the paid in full community? Let me check. Yo, we got 407 members inside of the paid in full community. Every member that is what? When you pay for printing, that's the printing community. That's why I tell everybody pay for printing. It don't cost you any money. It's the only way I can get you guys to get in without stepping toes on anybody else, because you guys kept with somebody else. You understand that? You came in through Dion, through Darius, through any of those people, and because you came in through that way, all you got to do is print, and then you come in directly. So you just run your credit repair letters, you'll be fine, and then we'll print them for you, and then automatically, like I said, to that number, you just text in community, and boom, you get access to the community. You become a client of mine, right? So now I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. They still get their bread. Now you become a client of mine. Now I can give you whatever game I want because now you're working with me too. How do I get into the community? You got to just print with me. It's as easy as that. Not everybody eats. Not everybody eats. It's just they can't say that I stole them from them to pull them into my community. What I did was you printed. Because you printed, now you're a client of mine. You can join in for free of charge. It doesn't cost anything because you actually became a client of mine. If you don't print with me, you don't become a client of mine, you don't get in. Yeah, that's the thing. The other one is the Metro 2 community. This one's absolutely free. I can give it to you guys. This one is this is Dion's community. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get a link for you guys. I'm gonna get you a link. Here you go. This is the Dion. This is Dion's community. This is where we do all the stuff over here. And it'll have the classes that are going on tonight. It'll have all that stuff. So you'll be able to get that. I'll have people asking questions and all that stuff. So that's Dion's community. That's for the software. Anything else, ladies and gents? I swear to God, everybody's like, yo, I'm not moving. I'm not. It reminds me of, what was that? Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving. Oh my God, that's hysterical. Wow. Yeah, we got 5 people on in the community right now. We don't want to miss nothing. Look, it's not that you guys are missing anything. It's whatever you guys dictate. I'm not giving any more gems tonight. I'm done. I'm gemmed out. I just want to make sure that everybody gets that. That's it. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Make sure you get your printing in so you'll know when I'm teaching. Because we posted in the community. We posted in the community. There we go. Take care. Friday. Don't say anything, Miss Allen. I might just surprise everybody and show up at 3:00 on Friday. I might just show up into our mastermind meeting. All you got to do is go in and print your letters. Leanne, just go into the M2 software, run your first set of letters, comes over to printing. It's the Ali Badi team. That's it. Pick us, and that's it. You got to come in immediately, and we'll work with you to get your letters rocking and rolling. And then that's it. As soon as you pay for your letters, we'll go out. It's as simple as that. Miss Allen's like, oh, it's going to be crazy on Friday. I'm about to bust everybody's ass on Friday. I'm about to bust everybody on Friday. Oh, maybe. 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 That's what I'm trying to say. You catching with you asked the question, it might be ready by Friday. It might. Why do you think I might be coming on Friday? Yep. Awesome. Miss Cortez, I know she's about to go run some shit so she can join up on Friday. She go, I want to know what the hell's going on Friday. Yes, my love. I'm finishing up. All right. Sold? That's literally it. Okay. She's been at every class since December, if I remember correctly. She just shows up every class. If I'm speaking, she's showing. You know why the reason that they put me on these classes? You know why the reason they put me on this class? Because I bring fucking energy every single time. And I'm not afraid. I don't gatekeep shit. I don't gatekeep shit. I don't fucking care. Excuse my French, but it's the end of class. I don't fucking care. I don't care who it hurts. I don't care because it don't hurt me. It actually benefits you. And at the end of the day, for you to print with me, you got to work with me. So, all right, guys. The boss called. I got to go see the boss. Night, ladies and gentlemen. I am now ending it. Now it's on me. Good night.